All right, guys. Late edition of the Paul Don't Lie pod. Two-man show, like some of the best FPL pods out there.
Hey,
So, Gaffer Noel here with Prince Rompton. Two-man show.
hey,
How you doing,
hey.
buddy?
Doing pretty well. How about yourself, man?
Good, tired. Pretty sure I blew out my elbow playing tennis, but who cares?
Uh,
Who cares after a nice 80-point game week last week?
oh,
All
yeah.
right, so quick review. I mean, not no complaints. Kane captain, 26. But I think the star of the show for me was Mr. Morata, 17.
Damn.
And I even captained him, so I went up about 900K. I was about 1.8 million.
Wow.
About 950K around that mark. Yeah, Lukaku scored in that ugly game.
Mm-hmm.
Then Salah scored on 1,000 shots, but did he get a bonus?
He got 7 points.
Yeah, he
So
did get 7, so he may have got
no bonus.
no bonus. So, oh well. Oh yeah, so he's 7. Richarlison also got 7, which was nice for me. That late winner. Richie, I mean, after returning twice in back-to-back games, I was hoping he'd return versus Brighton, but nothing there. Davies, or yeah, as the Brits say, Davis, because the Welsh people get mad. But Davies, I mean, West Ham did score with Spurs having 11 men on the pitch, but 1 point. Jones with 9, bonus point machine. This man, what a tank! But obviously, we're gonna get to it. Freaking knock Mourinho. So not sure what's happening. Alonso on 0, and he went down in price today, literally. And if he stays on the pitch 2 more minutes, that's a 5.
Yeah.
And who knows? He might even score. And people are transferring him. So freaking. But I do think people are dropping him because they do want 3 heavy up top.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Cedric 2, Elliott 2. So I had a pretty good game week. I was inside 400K for my game week rank, and average was 60, so I did 20 better than that. Nice. So how'd you do, buddy?
I did pretty well as well. I got 72 points. I had Elliott in goal. He got me 2. I had Wimmer. He got me 0 because he didn't play. Otamendi, 6 points. Jones, 9 points. I had Ali. He didn't play well, but he got 2 FPL assists. 8 points. Mickey 3 points. Atsu 2. Salah 7. Lukaku 7. Firmino 2. And Kane captain 26. So a pretty solid game week.
Yep. Kane is for. I think I heard a stat that for some odd reason or another, Kane scores a lot of goals in these early games, and obviously, if you have both Kane and Lukaku, you're thinking about who you're a captain. Obviously, Palace haven't scored. Look pretty bad. But they did have chances versus City last week. Could have been different if Loftus-Cheek had scored and ended the drought. But obviously, everyone who has Lukaku or both Kane and Lukaku are gonna go. They're out of the big Belgian. So
Crystal Palace at home. That just says, hey, you got to captain me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's the way you can look at it is that Lukaku played Champions League and he had to travel longer than Kane in terms of rest and stuff. He might be taken off the field,
Yeah. We'll see, but Mourinho is doing everything through Rom. I know United played Wednesday in Russia, but Spurs also did travel. Yeah, Spurs did travel to Cyprus, which is also pretty far, but they played Tuesday, so 1 extra day.
So, I guess you could say it is risky to captain Lukaku, but I'm actually doing it myself.
I am also doing it myself, but it is tempting because I think I heard this stat that in his last 9 away games, Kane and this is an away game for Kane. He scored 19 goals, with the only one. The exception being Newcastle in August.
That's August. So
yeah, that's August. So that's the. But even if you don't count that, that's absolutely freaking incredible. 19 in 9 away games.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, that is absolutely insane. So
and they're playing Huddersfield.
Yeah, Huddersfield. They're decent defensively, but sooner or later someone's gonna put a knife through that defense, and I feel like it's coming here. because both Erickson and Ali missed out midweek because Erickson was like sick or something, and now they have both on full rest for this game. And Kane coming off a hat trick. Oh boy,
Oh yeah, it's tough not to captain him, but
yeah, it's tough not to captain him. So, quick go through of our teams. Foster, I have Foster in net versus Watford. Elliott could get more save points, but I feel like Foster at home more likely to keep the clean. Right now, I have Phil Jones in, but just in case, I do have Tom Carroll first on the bench. So I do actually have a player who is alive on the bench because Chalaba is dead, Wimmer somewhat dead, Jones not sure. Alonso, I don't know. You just don't. You never know with Alonso when he's gonna score.
yeah,
Like
I
that's
think he's
why.
the kind of player that when you get him in your team, you gotta keep him for the entire season.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like,
His
cause,
attack and return is like all of a sudden he could just score like 2 goals and get a clean sheet. So you gotta keep him for those games.
yeah, exactly. And I think people were really afraid. They see a zero and they like panic.
Yeah,
And there's a lot of knee jerkers in FPL. And I do understand that three three heavy up top is the way to go this season, which
yeah.
is like different than last season where midfielders dominated the game, like De Bruyne, Ali, Ericsson, Coutinho, and Firmino was listed as a
Alexis.
midfielder too, so it's huge.
Oh,
Like
yeah, Alexis too.
yeah, Alexis too, Hazard when he was in form. So every top player for the most part was a midfielder, but now this season it's three heavy up top, 310 plus. So, but I do have Davies at Huddersfield, Cedric at Stoke, Richarlison versus West Brom, Richie versus Liverpool. That could be a high scoring game. We'll get to our predictions later. Salah, Newcastle. Salah just scores. Morata. See, with Morata, this interesting.
Mm-hmm.
People are bringing him in, but obviously they're not bringing him in for the City game.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I guess with this, he's got. I think when I was listening to another FPL two-man pod who got the assist, shout out to them for the follow on Twitter and sending me that link for if you never changed your team, how many points you'd get. But anyways, they mentioned that he's minus obviously the Arsenal game, and then I think there was one other game he didn't score, and the Spurs game. He didn't. I mean, he had chances in the Spurs game, but in the Arsenal game, I mean, you watched it, Rompton. He was pretty bullied off the ball by like Mustafi.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's getting kind of that reputation, like beating these lower end teams. As I think he's kind of getting that Romelu reputation as a flat track bully so far.
Yeah, but he really impressed me during Europa League against Atletico, and Atletico is not a weaker team. You know, they got like Diego Godin. He's a pretty big defender. So he really impressed me during and Hazard. The fact that Hazard is back,
Yeah,
it
that's
maybe that
huge,
only
huge.
helps Morata. So
Yeah.
I actually got Morata myself, but definitely not for the City game. For the games after. Also, I didn't want to miss out on his price rise. I had Firmino before him.
Yeah, he's gonna drop or already
He already
dropped,
dropped. He already dropped.
and he might drop again because a lot of people are going.
Exactly.
Yeah, him, Firmino to Vardy or Firmino to Nias. No, I'm kidding. But Rompton, what's the team looking like for this game week? Did you take a transfer? Yeah, I banked my transfer, guys. By the way.
Yeah. So I actually took a 4 point hit. I have Foster starting in goal. I have Otamendi, Jones. I think I'm gonna keep Jones even if he doesn't play, because with the whole Mourinho thing, he's done this before. I think if he doesn't play this weekend, then after international break, he'll definitely play. Right now, I have Wimmer in the back. He looks like he's not gonna play either. Yeah, pretty dead defense. But I might. I don't know. I don't know about this yet. But I might take another hit and bring in either Davies because I have money in the bank or Kolasinac. So the way I thought about it is that if they do return a clean sheet, if that'd be like 6 points, and if any attacking points, that would cancel out with the 8 point hit. But I don't know yet. That's something I want to do tomorrow.
Yeah, 8 points is tough.
8 points is tough. Yeah, I know. Our buddy Hitman.
Hitman Donish.
Yeah, he took an 8 point hit last game.
Yeah.
He actually transferred that Morata.
Oh yeah,
Oh
shout out
man.
to Donish. He transferred. Well, he brought Aguero versus Palace, so obviously good fixture. But
Yeah. But he took out Morata and
took
he
out
still
Morata, who had
have
the hattie. Aguero had a goal
that's
assist, and
just
he
so
also
tough.
brought in Mendy, who yellow card and died ACL injury,
That's
nine
tough.
months. So that's a tough. And he brought in someone else, but yeah, that's a tough pill to swallow. But
Brought in Natsu.
this is why you wait, because literally Mark Hughes said, "I have no center backs." I know it's
That's
Aguero
true.
versus
That's true.
Palace, but when
Yeah,
you
that's true.
you
Everyone
hear
was
no
and
center backs,
Zuma
you
couldn't play either, so they played freaking like Glenn Johnson and Eric Peters.
yeah, they play two
They played
fullbacks.
fullbacks, and one of them is Glenn Johnson.
Oh my god, yeah. So
So
yeah, if you hear, yeah, my center backs are dead, and yeah, Zuma can't play because of the loan. So
mhm.
yep, you
Yeah.
pretty much you should have kept him. Sorry, Donish, but knee jerk in there. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah. So
Oh boy.
so I also got Salah starting, Atsu, Mkhitaryan, and then I got in Shakiri. I had to downgrade Dele for to get Morata. And I got Shakiri. I think he's they have decent fixtures and he's on all the set pieces. Um, 5.9. If he takes shots, I think it's a pretty good shout. In the midfield, Lukaku, Kane, Morata. I think I'm definitely gonna actually captain Lukaku. So
Oh wait, so
we'll
I'm
see what happens.
actually hopping on Twitter right now, and there is something about Aguero who may have looks like he suffered an injury when he was in
Oh
Amsterdam.
damn,
And looking at it, looks like
that's fresh news because
yeah, it is fresh news. Yeah,
they know
thanks.
where.
Shout out to my buddies in the FML FPL Slack chat for this one, but looks
Damn,
like
Thomas
Aguero
is out.
two fractured ribs.
Oh,
And this is also tweeted by SportsCenter ESPN in Spanish, like the Argentine version. So that's a pretty good source.
wow, dude, that's
So yeah, it literally FPL nightmare weekend. Mendy, Aguero, Jones.
oh
Well,
wait,
Jones,
he was in a car accident. That's what I'm reading.
yeah, yeah, but with
Right,
but it says looks like two fractured ribs.
dude. He just fucked all the FPL players up.
Oh man, that is absolutely
Thankfully, I don't
massive
have.
news.
Well, and that if you guys out there
Jesus
have
in.
Jesus, yup, that just says you can keep him for now.
Wow, that is.
And guys, I just read that Danilo dropped tonight. His price dropped. So you're looking at 5-4, and he
The
could
City
potentially
defense.
start, yeah, for
Or he could start Fabian. Pep could start
uh,
Fabian Delp. He did say Delp was man of the match
that's
against them.
true. I don't know. I mean,
But,
like it makes sense if Danilo played there, but
Pep doesn't like making sense.
yeah. But if you want to take the risk, 5.4, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a pretty good value. I mean, also Nacho
Oh yeah,
5.4 and Mustafi, and Nacho cleans up on the bonus for Arsenal, and Arsenal's
yeah,
fixtures turn for the good. I mean,
yeah.
last
That's
week
good
against
fix.
West Brom. All right, so we're gonna hop into some previews. So
You're captaining Lukaku as well.
yeah, we're gonna start with that one. United Palace. I mean, if Jones is out, I guess, and he doesn't play, I kind of want to see Palace score because I'm not obligated to see a clean sheet. But obviously, if Jones plays, I want to see that clean. But
Yeah.
I'm kind of afraid that the Palace might score because they've been just so close in
Loftus
so
Cheek.
many. Yeah, Loftus Cheek, and he's gonna probably play in the 10. Hell, he might even play striker. So
Dude, that'd be great value.
for a
4.5.
already great value that he's 4-5 and playing. Better value that he's 4-5 and playing the number 10. That's the best value if he's 4-5 and playing the freaking striker role.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think all the assets scream United. It's Lukaku up top. Was it 10? It was 10-9. Nearly had a hat trick midweek. 6-6 in the freaking league. Mickey, do you still have Mickey?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, and
I mean, last game was the first game that he blanked.
yeah. I mean,
So
he
I'm
still
gonna
looks
drop him
good.
after. Yeah, he looks good.
Yeah,
He scored during the week too.
Yeah, nice. That's where most of United's creative force is going to come, especially with Pogba out.
Mhm.
Obviously, United defense looking good. So it's literally screaming all United all day to look for this one. I'm thinking the same for the Tottenham game, that early game where we mentioned, where if you don't have Lukaku, or even if you do, you could captain Mr. Harry, 19-9, coming off a brace versus West
Hat-trick.
Ham, hat trick on the road.
Yep.
This man just knows how to score when it's not in August and away from home.
Basically.
And you got rid of Ali, but I feel like
Yeah, watch him
I
score.
still think Ericsson's the better pick from the two.
To be honest, Ali didn't play that well. I know he got 2 assists. The
Yeah,
first one was
that's a lot. What a lot of people have been saying. He didn't play
yeah.
well.
So I had all the reason to drop him and get Morata
Yeah,
to be able to afford Morata.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely. So, like with Ali, what another stat that I've been hearing throughout different podcasts is that he's actually losing the ball a little more this year, getting tackled. That's why he's not on the bonus as much. Like Ericsson, when one one assist, one goal,
yeah,
he's into the bonus because he's just so good at playing key passes, creating chances. I feel like, and last year with Ali, 7 of his goals, I think he scored like around like 15, 16, right?
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, 7 of his goals came with Kane out, and he was practically playing, sharing the forward role with Heung-min Son. So
Mhm.
I think we're gonna see Ali back to like maybe 10 to 13 goals when his first breakout season. I think Ericsson's the better value here.
Yeah, I'll take Ericsson as well. He's a little bit more expensive though.
Yeah, just a little, but like I was saying with the United game, it's gonna be. I think all the assets that we're thinking about are Spurs assets. We said Davies, he's in our team of the week, which we'll get to a little later. Uh, Trippier, he's 5'5", no Aurier, he's suspended. Even Davinson Sanchez, if he starts, he looks very good.
He's 6.0 though.
Yeah, he's
I think
6.0.
most people when they're going for Spurs coverage, they would just go Davies
Yeah, or even
because
Trippier now. So
even Trippier. But then there's Aurier would come back the game after. So
yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think yeah. So we're actually going to move all the way to the Arsenal Brighton game, and Arsenal look. I
7
mean,
a.m. How is that for an early game?
yeah,
Yo, so I'm talking to you, always complaining about Liverpool.
it's
Not
seven
even
thirty.
7:30. This is 7 a.m. What the hell?
Yeah, but this is a pretty early game. But barring, I think I think I saw highlights. Barring the one J Rod chance where he was taken down, could have been a pen, and then hit the post right after he was taken down.
Yeah,
Barring that, Arsenal looked pretty good, and Lacazette looks nice,
yeah. And he's on pens too.
and
So
he's on pen. So, what do
pretty good
you
value.
think of this one, Rompton? Arsenal Brighton.
I mean, I see a clean sheet. I see a few goals. It's gonna be a one-sided game unless we do have like slip-ups, counterattacks, just like last game against West Brom. Um, it's Arsenal. We always have slip-ups, so we gotta defend when we defend, and attack when we attack. Like I think Ozil should start, and along with Alexis and Lacazette, basically the same lineup except Ozil behind Lacazette and Ramsey as a CM. I really want to see Wilshere play. He played today and played really well. I guess Wenger is like being cautious with him in Premier League. Um, but yeah, I see a few goals and I see a clean sheet. Hopefully, should be an easy game.
Yeah, I'm seeing it that way too. I mean, Brighton aren't the most creative team. I mean, I watched a replay of that Newcastle game. It looked like for the most part, like, they're kind of playing for that 0-0, but then things, I guess after halftime, things broke a little their way. Good, decent start, got the goal, set up shop. So it's not going to be like that versus Arsenal at all. I think we could see a few high-scoring games here. Bournemouth Leicester is one, and I'm kind of intrigued. And
Yeah,
Mr. Vardy at 8'5". I think he's 8'5". Yeah,
is he
around.
gonna play though?
Ben Dinnery, the man who everyone goes to on Twitter for the injuries, says he should feature. So I'm gonna trust that man because
He's on pen still. You think no?
he should be on pen still. It's him or Mahrez, and I think what Vardy just needs to do is same technique, just not blast it down the middle all the time. But yeah, 8'5" Vardy, and he's what you want in a forward. He scores goals, and I think he's a good shout, especially against this
Yeah,
shaky Bournemouth defense.
yeah. He's the reason Firmino's price dropped. I think, and it's probably gonna drop even more just because the straight swap with someone that I think he's on 5 goals right now, and he's
Yeah,
on
around
10.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's a true striker, unlike Firmino. I know Firmino is also on pens as well, but um, we'll see. I think with the return of Mane, that definitely helps Firmino. So people that dropped him, including myself, we could suffer from there. But
Yeah, we'll see about Liverpool Newcastle. Yeah,
it should be that should also be a high
Yeah,
score
that should be a
game.
high scoring game. Uh, Bournemouth players, I'm still unsure about. Josh King did get off the mark, but I think
Yeah,
I'm not really sure about them. They're a bit shaky. Like
yeah, I agree.
it seems like the only kind of safe option is even if you
Daniel,
don't get Charlie Daniels in
yeah.
an assist last week, and then obviously that worldy goal against Man City. So
Oh man.
yeah, so
Yeah,
he's
but
the
if
only
I
quote
got
unquote
him,
safe option.
I wouldn't be looking at clean sheets. That's
Yeah,
just mainly attacking.
yeah, his attacking threat. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it just stinks that like if Defoe, if Defoe's not on the pitch, Daniels is on pens. So that, but
Wow. Yeah.
obviously they signed Defoe to a nice big contract. So like, I think Defoe's slowing down this team just a bit.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. It just looks like it. Like it doesn't look like him and King mesh well together.
He did score the game before last.
Yeah, he did. So yeah, we'll see about this one. So I feel like this will be a high scoring game. And right on cue to what we were saying when Rompton was mentioning Firmino and Mane, Newcastle, Liverpool, last game of the game week, and yeah, Liverpool, yeah, Jurgen Klopp with the great revelation. Yeah, our defense sucks. Yeah, I
Yeah, he
think
doesn't do anything about it.
yeah, it doesn't do anything about it. Wanted Van Dyke, no backup plan. Every great manager and board, backup plan. No
Yeah.
Lukaku, Morata. No Morata, Lukaku. See, that's why teams like that are succeeding. Oh, no Danny Alves. Oh, let's bring in Danilo and Mendy and Kyle Walker. So look at like those teams succeeding. Hell, even Arsenal are succeeding to an extent. They're not even doing that bad. They just started poor like they always do.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, but I feel like this is gonna be hell of a scoring game. Rafa versus his old club.
Oof.
Yeah, it's not at Anfield. It's at St. James's Park. But I feel like, I mean, you could see Richie
Salah
score,
will
Atsu score, Salah score.
Oh man,
Hell, Coutinho could score, and Mane's back. So this is gonna be I'm pretty sure it's gonna be hell of an open game.
it will be a lot of pace, a lot of counter-attacking football. We'll see.
Yeah, we shall see. That's what I like to see in my football. And then obviously some less attractive games. Stoke Southampton, but obviously I think we both have Southampton defense, but you have Shaqiri. Tell us why you took that punt on Shaqiri.
So it was between him and Richarlison. I know Richarlison is a great player. He played well last game. He scored a goal, but I was actually watching the highlights of all the games from last weekend and the weekend before, and player that stood out a lot to me was Shaqiri. He's at 5.9. He takes like all the set pieces, the corners, free kicks. We don't know about pens because they haven't had a pen, but maybe even pens if Joe Allen doesn't take it. And he shoots the ball a lot. He plays on the right side as a left-footed player, so he brings it onto his left foot and shoots the ball a lot. I think I like him as a midfielder at 5.9 FPL. Obviously, the fact that they have decent fixtures, they have Southampton next, and they have City at game week 8, but after that it's all green: Bournemouth, Watford, Leicester, Brighton, Crystal Palace. So that's like another reason why I brought him in. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes, but I think it's a good shout.
Yeah, their fixtures I guess it's more of their attacking thing, but Hesse hasn't looked good. Chopo-Moting only looked good once. But even I think
getting subbed out like pretty early.
Yeah. And I think, if you're gonna try to punt on any Stoke player, it's either gonna be Shaqiri or even Chopo-Moting, who looks like he's playing freaking striker up top.
Yeah. So, and I was looking at the BPS that Shaqiri grabbed. he's been grabbing like a decent amount, even on the games that he didn't have anything and he assists a
Yeah,
goal.
yeah, those are yeah, that's
Yeah,
called baseline bonus. So even no goal,
exactly.
no assist, and that
So
means he's involved a lot.
that means he's involved. Yeah, like passing, crossing. I mean, obviously set pieces. So yeah,
Yeah. So more on this Aguero news because I'm doing a little more research into it, being the gaffer. But it says on Sports Illustrated, it's being reported that City and Argentina striker Sergio Aguero was injured in a car accident in Holland after a concert. May have fractured a rib. Will miss Argentina's upcoming World Cup qualifier.
damn.
Early
That's crazy.
reports state 2 months out for Aguero.
Two
Wow.
months.
Wow.
Wow. You know what that could mean on fantasy? That could mean players like Sana, Sterling, Jesus,
Yeah. So
all
Sane
sick.
is definitely one I'm interested in because he's 8'5", so obviously I'm gonna have to tinker around with things.
You could bring him in for Mkhitaryan like straight swap.
Yeah, except I don't have my only elite midfielder is Salah.
You
That's what
got
I.
Mickey?
Well, I do. No, yeah, I only have Salah because I have Alonso and Davies taking up all my
Oh
defensive budget
shit.
too. So
Bro, I thought you had Mickey the whole time.
nope, never did.
Damn.
In my first draft, I did him and Pogba. I had United triple up, and man, that looks so good. First like 4 game weeks, and then Pogba dead. And then, I mean, Lukaku's still good. Well, but yeah, this makes things really, really interesting. So now a lot of people, obviously, Aguero out, and City fixtures after Chelsea are so good.
They're so good. Yeah.
They're so good. Obviously, might swap to Jesus. That or like hell, people are even swapping straight to Lukaku if they don't have him for this game week versus Palace, which
Mhm.
obviously means he might play because everyone else is doing it, right? Because that's
Yep.
FPL for you. Oh boy, oh boy. Game week 7. So yeah, we Stoke Southampton, but I have Richarlison, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna see Pulis try to get that set piece goal versus Watford at home and set up shop. So I'm not really looking much into this, but we'll see what I think about predictions. And then but so we'll talk West Ham Swansea real quick. So Antonio out, Lanzini may be on the bench. Who's gonna be the creative force behind? And Bilic refuses to play Chicharito and Carroll together, even though they did for
They
some
did
of
play
the
that.
Spurs. Yeah, and all West Ham fans saying, "Oh, Chicharito was playing a little wider." Bilic says, "No, I'm pretty sure he's blind." Anyways, here's why he should be sacked. But where's West Ham's creativity going to come from? Mr. Arnie?
I mean, yeah, their record signing player Arnautovic. I know he's not the most consistent player, but for next game, it's definitely got to be him. Lanzini coming off the bench is a great bonus too.
Yep, and
They also have
Lanzini, when
Aurier.
healthy, he's gonna. We know what he can do. Very creative. Gonna
Do
be
we
a
know
little
how long
bonus.
Antonio's out for?
It's a groin injury, so it could
Oh,
be
okay.
just could be short, could be like a couple months. Those are just initial reports that it's a groin injury that I've been hearing. And then, so before we move on to the thriller of this weekend, Chelsea City, we're gonna quick talk to Everton Burnley. Um, so Michael Keane, potentially if he's back against his former team, but is Umar Nias, who saved Coleman's ass, is you think he might start at striker?
I hope so because he's a great option on fantasy.
5-0.
5-0, yeah.
I don't think he was even on fantasy before this. Actually, that's what a lot of people have been saying.
Yeah. So I hope so. Him and
Calvert-Lewin.
Calvert-Lewin, yeah.
Yeah, Rooney is still a forward, but he's dropping back just like his late United days. And I mean, he's got high work rate, so I just don't think Rooney is an option anymore. And I do think because Everton's fixtures have turned, and if they get going, I think Siggy could be a good shout. But 8-3 is just so much. So much for an Everton guy.
Yeah. And Rooney, is he, I mean, old.
Yeah, old, slow. But yeah, with Everton's fixtures turning, I definitely think one of their whoever plays right back. I think it's looking more consistently either Holgate or Martino.
I just wish Coleman was back.
Yeah, Coleman. Yeah, he'll be back in the winter, and then and it sucks because since everyone knew he was out, no price drop, so
Yeah, no pressure.
so we'll see. But yeah, Coleman, he'll bang when he comes back. Get well soon, our Irish Prince. But now we move on to this one, Chelsea City,
Yeah,
probably
one
our
game.
first huge matchup of the season. Sorry, Spurs fans. Anyways,
Title decisive.
yeah, this title decisive, but this changes the whole thing with Aguero out and Mendy out.
Oh,
So so I guess you could talk Chelsea. Yeah, talk Chelsea assets. I'll talk
sure.
City assets.
So we got Chelsea at home. Great form. They won their Champions League game against Atletico 2-1. Good team goal from Batshuayi. Good finish from Batshuayi. They have Morata banging in all the goals. They have Hazard back. I believe Pedro has a knock. I want to check on that real quick. No, he's fine. I think he had a knock from last game, but I don't see. I mean, I see either William or Pedro bench. Most likely William bench for Hazard. Kanta Bakayoko ruling that midfield. So if you're looking at FPL assets, you're looking at Murata, obviously. Hazard could be a good shout, 10.5. He's probably on penalties too in most of pieces. Defensively, they're great. David Luiz is still out. His price dropped, so we could be looking at a good option too when he comes back at 5.9. But Aspilicueta, this man is getting all the assists. Alonso, we don't know if Moses is gonna play still. I would stay away from him. Um, Christensen maybe if he plays.
I
Not
think
confirmed.
Christensen. I think he's decent value while Louis is out 5-5.
Yeah, I believe this is his last game though.
Yeah, we're probably gonna be his last game, which
So
sucks. But
yeah,
Louise is under 6 now, and I think that's freaking
yeah,
amazing
5-9,
value. So once he comes back, and he's fucking nailed on as a starter,
definitely.
so I think even if I'm like, I mean, Alonso might blank. I mean, I'm not expecting a clean here or a goal. If a goal happens, that's amazing. But to downgrade, what it'd be what one to have 1.7 when you swap
Hmm.
Alonso, or it'd be 1.2, yeah, 1.2 when you swap
Yeah, I
Alonso to
wouldn't.
Luis, and then upgrade. I can upgrade my midfield, which I mean looks pretty awful, but it's
I
worth.
would say, to be honest, if I had Alonso, I would keep him for
Yeah,
the
I'd
rest of
probably
the
keep him,
season.
but like it's an idea for people.
Yeah,
Just
that's true.
but like, if you want to act free up, because if you want like a David Silva or someone like that, and yeah, and
Or
speaking of
or
Silva,
Sterling or something.
yeah, Sterling, yeah. So now with Man City, their assets. Oh boy, where to start? So looks like from what I'm reading, Aguero could be out for 2 months. So that is absolutely huge news. So Jesus locked, ready to go at striker, and looks like maybe Sterling or Sane could play like up top with him. So
Mhm.
and they're listed as midfielders, so you're gonna get that extra goal point, the extra clean sheet point,
Yeah.
and they're more likely to be into the bonus if obviously if they score as a midfielder. So that's gonna be huge. So and then Mr. David Silva, the man who looked like his role is taken by KDB the last 2 seasons, has reverted back to the old Silva ways of playing a little more advanced, getting those assists, and he's just what is he? I think he's about like 8'4" now, so he's gone up a good
Yeah, he's
amount, and
on.
he looks so good. It's the
He
new
does look
haircut
good.
because he looks like Pep, right, Rompton? Spanish thing.
Yeah, nice. Go bald.
Yeah, go ball. Yeah, he looks amazing. I mean, I think it'll even though if he doesn't get it, the assist, it'll be De Bruyne like that Watford game
Hmm.
just a few weeks ago. De Bruyne he looked like classic De Bruyne that we all wanted at freaking 10 mil to start the season, but then he was playing freaking CDM and center back.
De Bruyne scored a goal during
Yeah, that was an absolute worldie. What a curler.
Yeah.
Yeah, midweek. And that's the De Bruyne we expect, but I
Hmm.
guess he wants De Bruyne to play deeper in Premier League.
Which I
And
don't blame him to, because De
yeah,
Bruyne is so good at controlling the game.
yeah. Yeah, even at friggin' CDM, he just knows how to
Yeah.
play wherever he's placed when he plays his wing. Knows
That's
how to
that
do that.
Modric Cruz role, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they call them. I think they're called registas. Like when they're deep lying
Oh,
playmakers.
I see.
Like what Pirlo eventually became in
Yeah.
his later in his late in his career. So yeah, that's absolutely brilliant. So I'm not expecting a clean sheet here, but yeah, there could expect attacking returns from Mr. Kyle Walker or Danilo if
Good
he
boy.
starts or yeah, unless Telf starts. But that's pretty much it for this. So now we're gonna quick peep into our team of the week and pretty heavy and kind of a little surprise up top. So obviously up top, Kim Lukaku, Captain Kane, Vice Captain Lukaku. But this is where we go different. We have Alexis
But
Sanchez.
you Captain Kane for
No,
Team
our team of the week is Lukaku.
Lukaku.
Kane's vice captain,
Okay.
just in case, you know.
Let's
But
get
yeah,
Mourinho.
yeah, but yeah, just Mourinho thing. But yes, we want Alexis Sanchez. We did want Arsenal asset. We do have another one, which we'll get to a little later, but we wanted an attacking Arsenal asset, and I feel like he is the man.
Yeah, he is, man.
And and then obviously
He hit the
Salah.
bar last week.
Yeah,
The free kick. So.
and that means it's gonna come. It's gonna come very soon.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So Salah, the man who needs like 15 shots to score, but he has the most freaking shots on target, so can't go wrong with him. But we want Arnautovic because he's West Ham's only like creative asset, and I feel like no one's really gonna park the bus in this game. I feel like Swansea believe they have a good shot to win because West Ham have looked shaky. So, but I do think Arnie could come up with the goods. Brady against Everton, he's on set pieces, can hit free kicks, and he'll even get like if they just score one, I feel like he'll be the one to get that random assist. So that was a good choice by Rompton there. And then Atsu, because obviously Liverpool are going to concede. You know, if they don't concede, that'd be freaking amazing. But Atsu is going to be a great shout. 5-1 now, so price rise 5-1. Good value in what's going to be a high scoring game. And then in the back, Cedric versus Stoke, Davies versus Huddersfield, Nacho, the bonus point machine. We talk about Phil Jones' bonus point machine. Nacho is a freaking bonus point machine. Yeah. And he's 5'4", guys. If you Arsenal defense, and even though maybe they might concede, so like Nacho is gonna rack up the BPS. And then with Jones out, and Bailly and we don't know who's gonna play left back. It'll probably be Ashley Young, so he's listed as a midfielder, so we can't get him. Went De Gea and net to have that united 5-5. And he's actually had a couple of games where he's had to make like 3 saves, so that's an extra point for him. So I mean, not that many, but like 5 cleans and 6. I mean, that's pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
Now we move to final portion, our predictions. So current standings, we have still Yosef in first, 30 correct picks. Yep. There's the Yerp because no Billy Goat today. 30 correct picks, 6 correct scores. I'm in second, 30 correct picks as well, but I can't pick a score to save my life. I've only picked 2 correct scores, and then Rompton. So
you guys are tied up.
Yeah, but he got that tiebreaker, and he's running away in that tiebreaker. We have Rompton, 27, just 3 back, and with this game week, with a lot of like close games like Stoke Southampton, West Brom Watford, West Ham Swansea, Chelsea City, Everton Burnley, like it could turn. Maybe one of the other people can come up. So Rompton on 27 with 6 correct scores. Rompton with that huge 2-0 Arsenal prediction. Ahmed, he's coming up. 1 behind you on 26 and also 1 behind you on the scores on 5. Danish, 3 back of you, so 24 and 5. And then we have a new participant. So we'll have a table from game week 7 on. We have Anwar the Wheeze, who wanted to get into our predictions. So we're like, yeah. So yeah, he correctly predicted 2-0 Arsenal in our group chat, but we didn't count it because he didn't predict all of game week 6, so we just can't count
basically.
that. So I'm gonna read out some live game week predictions right now, and
We should do it after we predict.
yeah, we will.
Just so we
Yeah.
don't,
Okay, so I'm gonna obviously let's start first. I'm gonna go 3-0 Spurs.
I'm gonna say 2-0.
2-0. I hope Kane comes to the good though.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah. Let's see. So Bournemouth, Leicester. Oh, this could be a crack. I'm going 3-3.
Damn.
High scoring draw. I mean, Leicester don't even have the best defense of the world either. I mean, even with Maguire's gonna get you're gonna get Maguire for the attacking return because he might score or assist. So,
That's true.
all right, let's see. What's your prediction for this
on
one?
that note, I'm gonna say 1-0 Leicester.
It's so opposite. So everyone, I mean, everyone. So only me and Donish predicted draws here. So this could be one of those turning games. United Palace. I'm going 5-0 to my boys. I mean, everyone went 4-0, and
Yeah.
there's 1-3-0. So
I'm gonna say the classic Mourinho 2-0.
Classic. Well, then I hope Kane scores 1 then, and Lukaku is at the double.
I hope he gets the brace. Yeah.
Well, you're hoping it's just a brace for your score, but I'm hoping for like 6 from the mans. Okay, Stoke Southampton. So this is where everyone has a different pick from the 3 I've received. I'll read Joseph's out later because I haven't typed them in yet. But from the 3 I have and written down, we have 3 different predictions.
Wow, that's good.
So this is where it can turn. So we have. I'll tell you them later, but
okay.
Let's hear yours.
I'm gonna say 2-1 Stoke.
Okay.
Hopefully Shaqiri has some return.
I'm gonna go 1-1. And this I don't know. I feel like thank God it's not on TV.
Okay.
All right, West Brom, Watford.
Oh, you already know what I'm gonna say.
1-0 West Brom.
Yep.
I feel like that's gonna be it, but I want to go over Charleston because I'm so selfish. So I'm gonna go 1-1.
Hey, you got all the draws.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, watch me fall the last in the table now. Onward's gonna pass me in like 3 weeks.
Woo!
Woo! Yeah. Anyways, West Ham, Swansea. I'll go 2-1 to West Ham. Yeah, this is a tough one.
I'm gonna say. Damn, this is pretty tough.
Yeah, this is one of the harder ones for real.
I'm gonna say 3-1 West Ham.
Oh, okay. So go up 2-1. Swansea chase it late, counterattack and hit him on the counter at the end. Sounds about right, right?
Sounds about right. Yeah.
All right, Chelsea City. We have a couple of people who think this could be a high scoring classic.
Really?
And, yeah. And I think it might be that way too. I might go on. I'm gonna go 2-2 draw. So I'm going all the draws. You're right.
Yeah. I'm also gonna say draw. I'm gonna say 1-1.
Oh, okay. 1-1 draw. Okay. Now it's your team, buddy. 7 a.m. wake up call.
Ooh. I'll be up. I'm gonna
say the sign of a true fan. Like Mr. DT. I saw a tweet from one of my buddies. They said they hate DT, but shout out to him for flying to Belarus, then flying to another country just to watch Arsenal play Europa League.
Yeah, for real.
And then someone tweeted him, "How does he feed his family?" And they're like, "With bread and noodles."
Yo.
Yeah, he probably has
That's true. They go to every single game.
Yeah, he probably makes a good lot of money. I mean, even in his freaking YouTube videos, you see huge ass TV mounted on his wall. So it's.
I'm gonna say 3-0 Arsenal.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the same. I don't think Brighton are gonna offer much. 3-0 was the most popular pick here, and I still haven't gotten Yosef's scores to see. Okay, Everton Burnley. I'm gonna go Nias to the future. 2-1 Nias at the double, and he's gonna go up 5.2 very shortly.
I'm gonna say 1-0 Everton.
Ooh, the clean. That's what we're all waiting for, an Everton clean, so we could get like Martina or something. or
Yeah.
Colgate, some 4 or 5 that we can play. And then last but not least, Mr. Europe's team himself, Liverpool. I'm going 3-1 Liverpool.
I was gonna say the same thing, but I'm gonna say 3-2.
Oh, okay. All right, so we're going to read out some predictions from the squad now. All right, so Yosef, 3-0 Spurs, Kane brace. West Brom, Watford, 1-0 West Brom. Stoke, Southampton, 1-0 Stoke. Damn, he thinks Leicester keeping it clean. 2-0 Leicester.
I said that too.
You guys, I think you guys are crazy, but obviously because it's Premier League, watch it happen.
You never know.
Yeah. Classic, the most popular scoreline, 4-0 to Man U. This was a popular scoreline too, 1-1 Chelsea City. 2-0 to the Gooners over Brighton. 2-1 Everton Burnley, and then what I said, 3-1 Liverpool to Newcastle. And with that, we are going to go to the rest of the predictions. So I'm gonna read just by the game week to make it easier. Or by the fixture. Huddersfield Tottenham, we had 3-0 to from Ahmed to Spurs, 3-0 from Donish, and a 4-0 from the Wheeze. He's probably captaining Kane, that's why. Okay, Bournemouth Leicester. We have 3-1 Leicester from Ahmed, 2-2 from Donish, and we have a 3-2 to Leicester from the Wheeze. So they think it'll be high scoring too. Okay, we have a United Palace. We have a 4-0, 4-0, 3-0.
What? Oh, United Palace. Never mind.
Yeah, United. United. Yeah, Stoke Southampton. We have 1-1 from Ahmed, 2-1 to the Saints. I just don't like watching Southampton play anymore. Like ever since Pochettino left, it's been god awful. Though. 2-1 to them. Yeah, if they manage to know what the back of the net or a shot on target is, then yeah, we'll see because it's the Premier League. No one knows what happens. And then 2-1 Stoke from Onward. Hey, so your prediction, yeah, dreaming for that Shaqiri brace, right?
Let's go.
Yeah, West Brom Watford. We had 2-1 Watford from Ahmed. Oh please, Richarlison. Yeah, Donish 2-0 Watford. What? That's interesting. I know Marco Silva knows how to break down teams like Pulis, but Pulis, I put in the FPL chat, like our inside joke that Pulis has a tank. They absolutely geeked at that. So yeah, they're like tank. And I think park that tank. And
I mean, honestly, if you watch the game against Arsenal, they were huge. Like Hegazi's like 6'5", this guy Dawson's like 6'2". They're all tall as hell.
Yeah, they're all tall as fuck. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's classic Pulis. Pulis.
It's a basketball team.
Yeah, ball don't lie, right? And then 0-0 from the Wheeze, which is very much possible. I mean, I'll take that Foster clean sheet. Okay, West Ham Swansea. We had 1-2 to 2-1 every scoreline, but only Ahmed said 2-1 to the Swans. So he's going for the upset and trying to make some ground. And this is where it gets fun. Chelsea City. So we have Ahmed 3-2 to City.
Wow.
We have Donish with your scoreline 1-1. And then Weeze, the Chelsea fan, 3-2 to his side.
Oh shit.
It's gonna be so fun to watch Saturday afternoon. Okay.
0-0.
Yeah, Alonso clean and bonus. Everyone gonna transfer his ass right back in. Okay, Arsenal Brighton. Oh, of course, Ahmed the optimist. The only person not to guess the clean sheet.
Wow, this. What do you say?
3-1.
Yeah.
So, and then the same scoreline as both of us from the other two goons.
True.
3-0. Okay, yeah, Everton Burnley. We have 2-1 draws from Ahmed and Danish, and then 2-0 the clean. So man, what's up with you and Reese with with these cleans? Onward with the 2-0 to
Never.
Everton. Interesting, interesting. And then last but not least, the final round of Newcastle and Liverpool. Yeah, I'm gonna go 3-1 to to cousin Sal. Cousin Sal.
Moto.
I think that's the best joke of this pod. Cousin Sal. I, too many Italian movies we've been watching. 2-1 Newcastle from Danish.
Moto.
Hey, I guess he did. I guess
He was trying to be different.
hey, different and realistic. And I guess he saw Anwar's chat in the group message. Don't doubt Rafa.
Oh man.
Oh, but Anwar doubts Rafa. 3-2 to Liverpool. Okay, so this is the Ball Out Live pod. Hopefully, we'll have more people next week. But this was a fun 2-man pod.
That was fun. Yeah.
It was fun. More time to talk. More time to goof off. But yeah, Ball Out Live pod. We will see you next week.
Yep. Yep.
Yerp yerp.